when you are building up for the conference, you try to meet more and more people. When you are in the conference, you meet them, and post the conference, you go back home. They go back home, and you try to reconnect. It can happen on multiple channels. It can happen on over the emails. It can happen on the LinkedIn.
How much of the information that you derive from these events do you share? Like, when you go to an event, are you then back the next week sitting down with the people in your company saying, these are the things that we're talking about? So how much of the information is just for yourself? How much do you share within the organization that you work for?
Oh yeah, I think we kind of as I said that we generally, people who are pretty much concerned with that conference generally go to that uh, to that particular event, and once they come back, we kind of have a round table lasting maybe like maybe 2 hours or a half a day to see what we looked at, and what are the opportunities in terms of business, in terms of looking at new methodologies and stuff like that. So there is definitely a round table which happens to share information which is there.
I like that. I like that idea of a process of like a round table. Is that something you've done, Ilka, where you
Yes,
share?
we do this. I do this with my coworkers, but I also do this with a group of colleagues. And then we meet regularly and we exchange our experience. And they tell me about conferences where I couldn't go. What was the newest thing that was coming up? What was exciting? What was the topic, the main things people discussed? And I would do the same thing with where I go. To me, the most important is what Akash just touched on, is to follow up with people afterwards. You connect over LinkedIn. Sometimes you say, when you talk on the conference, you think about something and you say, well, I'll email it to you later. So you stay in touch with email, with LinkedIn, whatever. And then maybe there's another year, and then out of a sudden you need help with a project. You've got a question, and you put it out to this group of people that you know, and you have a network that you can exchange thoughts with. And I think that's the best part of going to conferences, to create a real network.
That's such a good point. Even though I work largely with social media, you can't really replace real networks, can you? As much as I love LinkedIn, it's not the same as having met someone in real life.
Yes. Absolutely.
But are you saying, Ilka, that it could be a year, it could be 2 years that since an event, and if somebody reaches out to you, you'd be open to that, you'd be quite receptive to that, would you say?
Well, we all are. Also the colleagues I meet. Jasper said clients. It's always interesting to hear the client's point of view at a conference, but I've never found a new client at a conference or went away from the conference with a new project that I was about to do. But the colleagues and the people we network with, I meet suppliers, I meet colleagues, I meet international colleagues. If I have got something to do in the Netherlands, I've got a couple of people I can turn to, and I have met them in person. So that's a big difference to just looking through the internet, who could I contact, and going there directly. So I think the personal contact made at the conference, that lasts over a long time.
Yeah, and especially with a huge company like working with Google, is you have made so many. It's like through your work every day, you've become in contact with people that some people are in LA and San Francisco, but some are all the way in China and all over the world. So, and I've whenever I attend one of these conferences, and you actually meet these people that you've been working with in person, whether it's a colleague, or it's a supplier or someone like that, it definitely helps to build your a relationship with them when you actually met them in person, and it sparks a whole new series of conversations and projects that can come out of it.
When you kind of say that you're working with Google Glass, that's such a big entity. I would just wonder if you feel people might be more receptive to you.
In tech conferences, no, because I'll be there and 100 other people on the team will be there that all have Google Glass. But yeah, I think definitely, and because I've been to a few, other types of conferences. Yeah, definitely. If it's not a tech event and you're walking around wearing Google Glass, you will get attacked. Like you get attacked by whoever's around that wants to try it on, see what it is. I mean,
But in a
and
positive
we're
way.
fine. Exactly, in a positive way. I mean, there have been a few people that think you're always recording them and they hide from you, but yeah, it's a great networking tool.